Hi, this is Glenn with Crimson Lotus Tea. I want to talk about teapot quality and how to ascertain if your teapots were well made or not. I know it's pretty hard when you're buying teapots online to be able to ascertain exactly the quality of the teapot, and I would encourage you, if you have any chance at all, to be able to buy teapots in person. But sometimes that's not it's not entirely possible. So if you would like to know if you have a good teapot or not, whether it's good quality or not, the hardest thing to figure out is whether the clay is good quality or not, and that's depends entirely on how well you trust the source. You could one good test is to leave water in the teapot overnight and drink the water the next day and see whether it tastes good or not. It should definitely taste better. If it has any off flavors, off aromas and stuff like that, it's possible the clay might not have been of a quality origin. When we can, which is as often as possible, we like to have our teaware made directly for us, for ourselves, at our specification. So we like to work individually with artists that we've met in China, potters who can make things to our specifications with the clay that we want. Love the town of Zhenchui. We buy a lot of our stuff from Zhenchui. We spend as much time as we can each year working with the artists in Zhenchui. It's awesome. I love it. And so most of the teaware that we sell right now on our site is all custom made from Zhenchui to our specification. So I like smaller teapots. I like things that are under 150 ml. 100 ml in that area, even down as low as like 50, 60, 70, 80. Smaller teapots are really nice if you're brewing for yourself. So I'm going to take a look at this teapot right here. And we're just going to, the first thing you want to do is just be able to look at the fit and finish of it. How well does the lid fit on it? This lid fits super awesome, but sometimes looks can be deceiving, and so we want to do a test with water. That's where it helps to have a Gongfu table, because you're going to be making a mess. You're going to be pouring water everywhere, and it's going to get messy. The first test that we do is a pour test. So we're going to fill up the gaiwan. It's not a gaiwan, it's a teapot. Sorry, I'm going to fill up the teapot. And we're just going to see how well it pours. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a pretty small teapot, but it pours very quick. Nice, simple, clean stream. It's really nice to see. You don't want to see drips and things coming out slowly and getting stuck. And I know it's different as soon as you put leaf and stuff in there. It can jam it up. But it's a pretty good way to test it first without it. And you also want to be able to look on the inside. You can see exactly the holes. There should be a decent amount of holes, maybe as many as 9 on some of the teapots. And there's different types and styles of strainers and stuff built in. You want to make sure that the holes are large enough. And you'll see that with the pour. We're going to put the water right back in, and I'm going to do the second test. And we'll need just a little bit more. So every teapot that we sell on our site has been hand tested by me. I test every single one. I test them all by hand, and if they don't meet my specifications, we don't sell them. It's as simple as that. It is tedious. It takes a little bit of extra work, and we often have to leave teapots behind. But I want them to work well, and teapots should work well. So the next test that you want to be able to do is a quality teapot should be able to hold a seal. So you've got the spout, but you also have like an air hole on the top. And the air hole is what allows the water to flow out freely. And if we start pouring out and push a finger over the top, you'll notice that immediately the stream completely stops. That is a sign that the lid has fit really, really well. And then that's exactly what you want. It's okay if it doesn't. It doesn't mean that the teapot is not going to brew tea well, but if you're looking and wanting to pay for something that is of higher quality than your average teapot, these are things that you're going to be looking for. The third test, a little bit trickier. We're going to fill it back up with water, and this is a really quick way of just being able to tell if everything seals well or not. It's a little tricky. What you want to do is you want to take a finger and you want to cover up the hole and the spout, make sure the lid's on tight, and you invert the teapot. Now if I take my fingers off, the lid actually stays, and that's super awesome. A lot of teapots won't do that, and see that because they don't have that seal, and that's a really good indicator of that. And that thing is stuck on there really good. You'll notice as soon as I take my finger off, dumps right out. So that's pretty awesome, and that's a really good indicator. Other than that, it's personal preference. I've not myself found that teapot shape makes a huge difference for the tea. Your mileage may vary. Some people claim that specific teas have to be brewed in a certain shape and certain style. I do know that ones that are slightly taller are a little bit better at redirecting aroma up to the top. If that's important to you, for some teas it might be. Another thing that I'm looking for is I want the wall to be fairly thick. We sell pu'er. I primarily drink pu'er. I don't really spend a lot of time drinking other teas. Pu'er likes to be brewed hot, it likes to be steeped hot, and it likes to hold that heat in. And so a teapot that has a nice wall thickness will actually hold its heat much longer than one that has a very thin wall thickness. A thin wall thickness one might be better suited for teas that don't like to get hot. So that's it. A couple quick, simple, easy little tricks that you can do to ascertain whether a teapot is a quality teapot or not. And you can use that knowledge and go forth with that. Be sure to check out our site. Look at the teapots and the teaware that we have for sale. It's really good stuff. It's stuff that we brew with ourselves every single day. It's really awesome. It totally enhances your personal brewing experience, and you should check it out at crimsonlotustea.com. Thanks, and happy steeping.